Welcome to All Things Horse Farms. I'm Kelly Martin with Home and Farms Realty, and on this episode, we're going to dive into how to turn your passion into profits. As the owner of Home and Farms Realty, we specialize in finding the perfect property for people so they can live out their equestrian dreams, having their horses at home and not having to go to the boarding stables all the time. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to maximize your profits on a horse farm that you already have, on this episode, we are going to dive into how to make your passion profitable. Building the foundation for success. For anything to be successful, you need to have a strong foundation. So we're going to focus on three main things that are going to help make a strong foundation. Choose a focus, understand the cost, and build a detailed business plan. Every successful horse farm has a specialty. Just like most businesses, those who specialize in a niche usually have more profits than somebody who is all over the board. Same goes for horse properties. You want to find something that you're good at or that you have in your barn that is a specialty item, and you want to focus on that. You also want to understand your unique costs to operating your horse business, from the cost of maintaining the structure to the utilities to the cost of labor, to bedding, to feed, vet bills. There are a lot of unexpected costs. Insurance, you want to really make sure you outline all of the costs that you're going to have. You do want to develop a good business plan. A good business plan is an absolute must, and more than likely, you're going to use that to present it to lenders if you do need to get financing in the future or for your initial purchase. A solid business plan is going to act as your roadmap. It's going to have your mission statement, your vision statement. It's going to have your marketing plan in there, your budget, what you project your financials to look like. It's basically going to be a summary of where you're starting and where you would like to go and how you're going to get there. After you have your focus and you know your costs and you have your business plan laid out, the next thing you do want to think about is having multiple streams of income that come into your barn. It will definitely make it more sustainable if you do have multiple streams of income that help support what you focus on. So, for example, if you offer training out of your barn, you might want to also offer board or host events or host horse shows or clinics, seminars, parties. There's all kinds of things that people get into, from actually doing weddings at horse farms, or I've seen one where they've done some meet and greets with pairing wine and cheese. There's lots of different options to create multiple revenue sources, and it's very important to diversify your income stream when it comes to running a successful horse farm. Now that you have decided what your focus is, and you've laid out your business plan, and you have some other streams of income coming in to support your horse farm, you do want to market it. You could have the best plan in the world, but you need marketing. So you're going to want to lay that out. The first thing I would suggest is making sure that your social media is all on point. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a business page specifically for your horse farm. Invite all of your friends to like it. Invite them to give you reviews on it. Anybody that you know, even the people that might do work for you, like somebody that works in your barn or your vet or your feed person. You're going to definitely want to have at least your social media set up as a starting point. The other point you guys will probably want to do is a website. Let's face it, almost anybody who's looking for anything goes onto Google and they search boarding places near me, or they talk to their phones. And if you're not on Google, they're probably not going to find you, or they're going to think you're not legit. So next best thing is to definitely get a website rolling so that you can be on Google when they search, you can be on the maps, and then you can also potentially start doing Google Ads. Collaborating with local equestrian people is also a really great idea. whether it's running cross media points, where you could maybe have something at the local tack store or the local feed store that is giving a discount code to bring people into your barn, or just inviting people over to your barn to take a look at it. Getting involved with the community is a pretty big point. That way, you can get involved with your local community. People can learn who you are. You can be part of the event. And the more familiar you become with the community and the community becomes with you, the more apt that people are going to be to recommend you or talk about you with maybe somebody that is looking for a horse barn to either train out of or to board out of. And always encourage word of mouth. Make sure that you're letting your current boarders know or clients know that you really value them. Ask them to maybe make a little video about their experience at your place so that you can get it up on your social media and get it out there. Nothing is better than a recommendation from somebody who has experienced your services. Now, let's face it. So you've got your focus. You have your business plan and you have your marketing plan, but there is something that is going to tie all that in that is very important, because you could have the best service, you could be in the best location, and you could have the best marketing plan, but if you don't know how to control your costs and making sure that you are profitable, then you're going to be a sinking ship. So make sure you understand how to control your costs to maximize your profits. Let's face it, horse farms can be very expensive to run. So making smart decisions is definitely very important. One big way you could probably save on just your staple stuff such as feed or bedding is to make sure you're buying it in bulk. And don't be afraid to ask for a discount, especially if you're going to be buying a large quantity of a product. Shop around. Sometimes shopping local is best. Sometimes getting a large shipment in from somewhere else might be more cost effective. So make sure you pay attention to what makes the most sense for you. Also, if you can DIY things, you're definitely going to be ahead of the game. Hiring a maintenance crew is very costly. However, doing something yourself when you have no business doing something yourself is probably more costly, because then you're going to have to pay somebody to come in and not only make the repair, but fix what you've done and then make the repair. So make sure that if you are a do-it-yourselfer, that you know how to do it correctly so that you don't have to pay somebody extra to fix what you thought you could do and then to do it. Also, plan preventative care. Make sure you stay ahead of the schedule with your horses on their dental visits, their farrier visits, and their vaccinations. Because if you can stay ahead of something disastrous happening, then you definitely can save on money, because vet bills can get quite high. Make sure you utilize your land correctly. You're going to want to make sure that you're using your space to the best of its ability and not wasting space. So if you're going to have a pasture board, or if you're going to have a training facility that there's not a ton of turnout time, you're going to want to think about your pasture size. Do you want it to be acres? Do you want it to be an acre or half an acre and just do small turnout areas? Do you want to have bridle paths? Think about the space you're going to need for mowing and bush hogging. You're going to want to make sure you have proper space so you don't have to double track and waste your time. If you've never had a barn at this facility, or you've never operated anything out of this facility, you're going to want to take a bird's eye view of it and make sure you're spacing everything correctly to what makes the most sense, so that it's convenient for operating and it doesn't cost you time and money. And remember, there's always the barter system. So you could maybe exchange services in the beginning, or at any point, really, if you've got people that are looking to use your services, but maybe they have some services they could exchange for it. Running a horse farm is not just a business. It is a passion of love. It takes passion, it takes hard work, and it takes the love of owning a horse farm to be able to do this business. And remember, you do not have to do it all at once. So start where you are, keep growing consistently, and remember to keep learning. Thank you for tuning in to All Things Horse Farms. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure that you subscribe and share it and tell your friends about it. And please leave comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Who is running a successful horse farm, who's looking to get into owning a horse farm or get out of owning a horse farm. I love your feedback, your comments, your questions. I look forward to seeing you guys in episode 3. Until next time, I'm Kelly Martin, helping to turn your horse farm dreams into reality.